And now for part two of the Huneeus Vintners notes for May 2015. I want to talk to you about Primus. Primus Cabernet Sauvignon has a 3-case top deal at $11.66 plus a May 19 cyber deal at $11 for only 1 case. Primus Red Blend has a 3-case top deal at $11.66. Primus Carmenere has a 3-case top deal at $11.66, and Primus Malbec has a 3-case top deal at $11.66. Your efforts on getting Primus into your accounts are further enhanced by a 6-case display enhancer that you book through R&RMarketing. You book the display, minimum 6 cases, and Raritan will install a food saver vacuum sealing system. Check your salesperson's program for additional programming that will support your efforts. And one of the most interesting programs that you'll see there is an innovative and fun poker night program. If the house hits a May-June goal, the top performing 25 SMCs in each branch get to participate in a poker fun night to be held in each location. Be sure to book your in-store tastings. Every single Primus wine has in-store tasting support. Viramonte is shipping in a new package, and we have an everyday 15-case assortable deal which gets the price down to $6.99. Viramonte Chardonnay that we're shipping got 89 points in the Wine Spectator, and Pinot Noir got 88 points. Also, the 2013 Viramonte Sauvignon scored 90 points in James Suckling. Nien 2010 is now in stock and on open sale as well. Nien is 55% Carmenere, 45% Cabernet Sauvignon from very old vines and a single vineyard in the Apalta Valley. It's aged 12 months in French oak, which is 70% new oak, and it's hand harvested from some of the oldest vines planted anywhere in Chile. Some of the vine rows were planted in the early 1800s, the oldest plantings in the entire country. This wine scored 91 points from Robert Parker's Wine Advocate and 92 points in the Wine Spectator. Neil Martin of the Wine Advocate declared that he conducted a mini vertical of this wine and that he felt that this vintage was the best one that he tasted. The price is $33.34 on the invoice with a rip of $100 on 2, and that's on 2 6-packs, so it's $8.33 per bottle, or 25% in rip profit dollars. Faust was a fantastic success in our April Focus Wednesday effort, and now it's important to continue to build Faust. The 2012 vintage is $49.98 on the invoice. There is a May rip of $500 on 3 cases, which is $13.89 a bottle, or worth 27% in rip profit dollars. The 2012 scored 90 points in Robert Parker's Wine Advocate. And from John Oliver, we have a fantastic and innovative food truck promotion on Faust. A customer buys at least 9 cases of 2012 Faust 750s, and you book through John Oliver's marketing department. A food truck will park in front of your account on a pre-confirmed date and give finger food to customers, creating traffic and excitement outside of the store as your customer is promoting this wine. 2011 Quintessa is towards the end of its vintage release cycle. It's in stock and it is on open sale. It's important to get this into distribution, into not only your historic accounts, but also newer white tablecloth on-premise accounts that may not have used Quintessa in the past, or your fine wine shops that have the capacity to sell limited production high-end wines from Napa Valley. Quintessa emanates from the largest contiguous single vineyard in the entire Napa Valley and has some of the oldest vines, maybe the oldest vines of any wines in Napa Valley, because they were planted just at about the time that the last blight of phylloxera swept through the valley. So all of the other top producers were replanting at a time that Quintessa was having its first planting. It's a unique property because it's got a huge diversity of soil types, exposure, microclimates, and slopes, and the vineyards are really quite hilly, whereas most of the rest of Napa Valley is flat. The 2011 Quintessa scored 91 points from Stephen Tanzer and 92 points from the Connoisseur's Guide to California Wines. We have 750s in stock in wood or cardboard, and we have 1.5s and 375s. The 3 liters are sold out for the vintage. There's a rip of $4.50 on 2 6-packs. That's $37.50 per bottle, which makes it perfect for selling to on-premise accounts and to fine wine shops. The 2012 vintage Quintessa will be released and available in the market in September. September is always when this vintage wine is released. And this wine, the 2012, has already scored 94 points from Robert Parker in the Wine Advocate. And incredibly enough, the 2012 production on Quintessa is less than the 2011 vintage production, which means there'll be less wine available, and the price is going to go up a little bit. I don't have the final pricing yet. However, I want to advise you that we're going to be targeting distribution of the 2012 first and foremost into accounts that have used the 2011 vintage. And now on to the sister wine from Quintessa, which is Illumination Sauvignon Blanc. This wine was originally produced from a small corner of the Quintessa estate, intended to be the white wine served at the Huneeus dinner table, because the only other wine that they were making initially there was Quintessa, the great red wine. It's now a larger production wine that is blended across Northern California appellations and is sourced from extremely high quality growers where they have long-term contracts, and it's vinified in an unusual assortment of different types of wood, including acacia, which give this wine a really distinctive aroma and flavor unlike any other wine that you've ever tasted. This wine, although it's limited in production, they're making enough that they can get into a number of markets, and the 2013 vintage received 93-point score from the Connoisseur's Guide to California Wines. When you focus on illuminations, you're focusing on a winner. Here in New Jersey, this wine is growing over 12% on a rolling 12-month basis, and it's accelerating. Thank you for listening to Section 2 of the Huneeus Vintners Wine Department Notes.